Welcome to your favorite news network, the Dusty News Network. You know where Negro news comes first, and I'm so excited to be your host today. Breaking news. I know that some of you brothers and sisters don't like condoms. We've been talking about that for a long time, especially you people who are in Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida. Florida got to be probably the worst state when it comes to buffoonery, ass-hattery, and just anything that don't make no sense. It's not always black people, because today we want to prove that Florida is down bad with all the races. And how do we know this? Apparently, some of y'all in the Caucasian community have a problem wearing condoms too. How do we know it?
Did you hear about the woman in Florida who was charged with a third-degree felony after she slept with multiple men and didn't tell them she had HIV? Investigators say a man tested positive for HIV after sleeping with 34-year-old Julianne Pixley from West Palm Beach, Florida. After she was arrested, her mugshot spread online and 2 more men came forward and said that they had slept with her too. And one of them also tested positive for HIV. While they were trying to determine if she knowingly slept with these men after she knew she had contracted HIV, they got warrants to look through her medical records, and they learned that she had been diagnosed with HIV back in 2013. Police were also able to check her prescription history, and they saw that she had been taking HIV medication consistently over the years, with just a few times where she skipped her doses. This confirmed that she knew her HIV status, and she willingly slept with these men without telling them. Julianne is now being charged with a third-degree felony and faces jail time. If you're ever unsure about your partner's status and you want to do some snooping, you can check the medicine cabinet for brands like Devoto, Biktarvy, and Triumec, which are popular HIV medications. What do you think of this story? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Tierica with the T. Follow for more.
So Julianne Pixley has had HIV for a long time. Over 7 years. Hell, we didn't see it in the prescriptions. Shout out to Erica, TE_Erica on Instagram and Facebook. Shout out to her. But this lady right here, this is interesting. This is extremely down bad. Imagine you getting ready to do something with somebody, and she just be like, "Oh, you don't need a condom." You be like, "Huh? Yeah, just go make sure you get all the way in there. Get all the way in there." And then kind of like a car like driving inside of a garage or something like that. Go all the way in there. You be on that waterbed, tearing that ass up. Then all of a sudden you wake up a few weeks later. Something just ain't right. All kind of burns and bubbles, and next thing you know, you're losing weight and you don't know why. You go to the doctor and find out you got that shit. People think you've been working out. No, you've been working out all right. You've been losing your T cells. That's what's gonna happen to you. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, something. You people out there in the streets right now, you probably can get HIV through a text message right now. The way it's down bad. You probably can. I don't even download right videos because I don't want to get AIDS. I feel like if I even check certain emails, I might get it. Right? I have to make sure that I get my screen protector right. I don't even want to look at certain videos because I don't want to get this yet. Okay? So I am telling you, if you live in Florida, you have to wear a body condom. Don't worry about breathing out your eyes. Put a condom on and walk outside. Don't worry about breathing because you might get AIDS. And it'll be bad if you get it. Because my granddaddy told me one day, said just like this, "Boy, if you get that HIV AIDS, you can't come back over here. You can't come over here no more. You get AIDS if you want. You can't come over here." But Papa, you can't come over here. He wasn't playing. He wasn't gonna have that coming in his house. You know, he might do a video call with you for Christmas and that's it. But you can't come home with that shit. All right. So I'm just not trying to make fun of nobody that got it or nothing. I understand. But listen, people is mean out here. You have to protect yourself. Some of y'all need to enroll yourself at Clapathon Tech, the self-clapalization course. I got it right now. On going to bio, it's buy one get none free. Instructions. Actually, it's not an instruction. I'm just joking. But your Paul Molina ain't never hurt nobody. Okay, Paul Molina, Johnson. Don't take long. You know, you can look at your little AI models on Instagram. Line yourself up. You wake up. You ain't got to worry about losing no weight. You ain't got to worry about getting sick. And again, look at this girl. Put her back on screen. She wasn't even that cute. You know, dudes is testing themselves, finding they got it out. It's down bad. Next story. You know, a lot of people when I was in school played a really decent role in my life. I'm just so grateful for all of the teachers out there. Miss McLemore, Miss Holmesdale. In fact, I think her son watched me. She might be back in Detroit now. But I want to say thank you for not being an asshole like this particular principal here. Damn! This asshole here, Dr. Howard Hughes, he was a principal in Las Vegas, Nevada at a middle school. But what he did is crazy.
Howard Hughes was an assistant principal at Del Webb Middle School until these audio recordings brought police knocking to his door.
I can't believe I was that close to. So things were happening inside of me. Got me excited. Damn, you dangerous.
Hughes was arrested in Texas in March of 2024, accused of trying to leave the country. Last April, a Clark County grand jury indicted Howard Hughes on several charges, but on Tuesday, he accepted a plea deal on accusations he tried luring an 8th grader into sex. According to court documents, Hughes pleaded guilty to 1 count of contact or attempt to contact minor by person or authority for the purpose of criminal activity, and another count of child abuse, neglect, or endangerment. He faces a minimum of 1 year in prison for each charge.
If people wasn't out there right now, I would hug you so tight. I might even kiss you.
Clark County School Police say a student told investigators her relationship with Hughes lasted for 5 months. It began in October of 2023 when he invited her into his office for personal and mental health problems. I previously spoke to the victim's father.
It sickens me. No child should ever go through that. It sickens me to my core.
Hughes, in the recordings, was captured recommending she download WhatsApp so they can conceal the relationship and saying in Thailand the age of consent was 15. Court documents say prosecutors won't oppose him serving his sentence concurrently, meaning he could only serve a year in prison.
61 years old. You was telling a student, you're lucky. They wasn't out there. I try to hug you. Maybe even kiss you. Oh, don't worry. You about to get a lot of kisses where you going. Yeah, you about to get a lot of kisses. You bald headed too? Boy. You know, man, that's try to tell her to download WhatsApp. Negro, don't you know that WhatsApp is even worse? Like, they really gonna find your stuff? Like, that's how dumb you are. Oh, download WhatsApp, they ain't gonna find out.
Yeah, boy.
They gonna find out even more. All they gotta do is somebody can just download your zip file, encrypt it. They got all the messages, see what the hell you were saying. And again, it's just sick. You think somebody would know that being turned on by somebody underage is crazy work. But you about to find out, because somebody about to be turned in when they see your ass coming in there. Oh, don't think you can't get them older cheeks clapped. You can and you will. All right? Don't worry about it. Next story. Unfortunately, we all gotta go one day. But when we do, and if you're a Christian, hopefully you have a good church where you can, have your funeral, especially if you are a member. And this has been something happening in the black community. I've been listening to this, that a lot of the pastors been charging people to have the funeral, but they've been paying tithes the entire time. But somebody is speaking out.
Oh, baby, let me tell y'all what just happened. So I just went up on the pastor, his wife, the deacon, the church, the whole congregation, if they had something to say. Do you understand me? So me and my cousin, we get to the church to plan, to let them know how we want to play in the service or whatnot. Now, mind you, my auntie and uncle been members of this church for over 55 years. They pay their tithes faithfully. So the pastor turns around and say, that's going to be $800. $800 for what, pastor? He said, well, you know that in order for us to preach this service and do a nice homegoing, the church got to cook, and I got to pay my ushers to clean up, and then I got to pay some of my deacons to come. I said, you got to pay them to come to a homegoing for your faithful members? I said, let me ask you something. Where the money at when they pay their tithes every Sunday? Where they money at when they pay for pastor anniversary? Where they money at when they pay for church anniversary? Where they money at when you did fundraisers? Where they money at whenever you did these cookings and all this extra stuff? Where they money at when you needed something for your light bill? Where they money at when you needed something for your rent? Where they money at when your mama and your daddy passed? And the last time I checked, my auntie did the cooking and my uncle was running around here trying to help get you a suit. These folks been members of your church since they was little kids, and they was watching you grow up. And you finna sit here and tell me your money hungry ass finna charge us to have a service here? I believe the hell not. I say it's mighty funny how you praise people and you love people when they sit in front of you. I say because you get up there and you say everything that you know they want to hear. You don't preach nothing about God. All you preach about is the tithes and what somebody gonna do in building this church and building your house, getting you a brand new car. Little Tommy need to go to school. Your wife need a new hairdo or a wig. Your daughter needs surgery.
But wait, this is the funny part.
And I need this, and I need that. And Sister Johnson over there, she having problems in her home. And Sister Sarah over there, she having trouble walking. And I need y'all to raise some money for her medical bills. And I need for y'all to just pray, and I need some new pulpits for the church, and I need some new paintings on the wall, and I need this, and I need that, and I want this, and I want that. But you can't even help. You can't even do her service. You can't even do his service for free. They done paid their way. They done paid their way for the church. They done paid their service. They done paid for the funeral. They done paid for the casket. They done paid for the clothes. They done paid for the food. They done did that. Every Sunday they come to church. Every Bible study. Every prayer meeting. Every time y'all want to go across the country, they right there. They can't even participate in stuff at home with their own family because they worried about being with the pastor. I wish these old folks knew how money hungry and greedy some of these damn pastors is. I told myself, I tell you what, we'll have a service in the front yard for free. Kiss my ass.
Man, it was funny when she started preaching, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, that was hilarious. But she ain't lying, man. Like, these members pay a lot. They paying a tithing every week. They going to Bible study. They spending money church anniversary, building funds, and now you want their money. This is why I don't even go to church. My brother, the pastor, I still don't go. I'm not going to that shit. I'm really not. Unless they're gonna have a dice game in the back. I can't waste my time no more, man. No, everybody in there lying, drunk anyway. Once I found my grandma had that Southern Comfort underneath the bathroom sink, I ain't never been the same no more about Jesus. Once I found that, I knew she wasn't shit and I wasn't gonna be it either. So I just said, fuck it. I ain't gonna lie. And I was still taking her to church. She was acting all fake like she was going to heaven. It's not gonna happen. So guys, we had a really good show today. We had the white lady Julianne, who's letting y'all hit it with no condom, and I told you was gonna be all right, but you still went in there anyway. Now you losing weight. There is the principal who, if the people wasn't out there, he'd try to give her a Christian hug and all this other stuff. Then you have the auntie who passed away, and the pastor won all that money. Who will win the Dusty Award of the day? Jeremy music. Drum roll, please. It's a tie. Actually, no, it ain't a tie. Because giving somebody that HIV is bad. Julian and the principal. Put them on the screen. We got a white and black down bad one today. Y'all are sick. Both of you booty clapping, cheek clappers, throw that dust on them. It's over for you. Guys, it's my time. I gotta get up and get away from y'all. I do my very best to make enough money so I don't have to see none of y'all ever again in my life. Subscribe to the bell. We out.